Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This is Joe Natson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
Is it okay if I give him a few props right here? Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a two-time walk-on, who later became a two-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma. When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield on the move to his left. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback, their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still going. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. Yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
It
took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
At the 35-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Carr completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He's airing it out for Williams, and this one is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
6-yard line.
Carr now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carr again. This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out, and the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's going to lose 19 on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Jalen Richard now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Less than a yard.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 9. 1st down Raiders.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
At the 15-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. We got position on him, and he pulls it in. And the Raiders pick it up, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
Less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And he's going to keep it here.
Number 6.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final minute, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
No sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Richard on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. JoJo Natson now on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now Mayfield and the Browns. Down 21-14. A little over 20 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26. Today,
going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.